Usually when you walk into a conference room, there's this expectation of wrestling match. You sit down, stare at that tangled pile of dongles on the table.
Yeah, and just hope one of them magically connects your laptop to the big screen.
Right. Well, welcome to your custom deep dive. Today, our mission is to explore a device that promises to make that whole mess disappear. The Captivate AT-OME-MH21-CP.
It's a 2-input switcher, yeah.
Exactly. We're going to figure out exactly how this $850 piece of hardware cures the modern headache of, conference room cable chaos.
And to understand that cure, we really have to look at the primary inputs, which are USB-C and HDMI. It sounds standard, but it's the way this switcher manages that USB-C connection that creates a true one-cable solution.
Okay, let's unpack this, because it's not just a basic adapter, right? It's more like a multi-level transit tunnel.
I like that analogy.
Yeah, so inside that single USB-C cable, there are dedicated lanes. So instead of a massive traffic jam, you've got video, data, and power all flying down their own high-speed expressways, like simultaneously.
Right.
You plug it in, and it's sending your screen to the TV, while the exact same connection pumps up to 60 watts of power right back into your laptop.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is the underlying mechanism for that, something called USB-C alternate mode.
Okay, alternate mode.
Yeah, it physically reallocates some of the high-speed data pins inside the cable to transmit raw DisplayPort video, while the other pins handle the peripheral data and the power delivery.
Wow.
That's why you aren't hunting for a power brick or a specific HDMI ring. The cable is just multiplexing all those signals flawlessly.
Multiplexing, right, which solves the laptop-to-screen problem perfectly.
Ugh.
But here's where it gets really interesting to me. I mean, a display is practically useless if you're on a video call and the room's high-end camera and ceiling mics aren't connected to your computer.
Exactly. This is where we see the device acting as a full collaboration hub. It has an integrated USB 3.0 system built right in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and if we connect this to the bigger picture of modern workspaces, everyone is bringing their own device to run software-based video calls, right?
Right.
So all those permanent room peripherals are just permanently plugged into the switcher.
Wait, so the second I connect my laptop, my computer just hijacks the room's camera and mics as if they were built into my screen.
That's it, exactly.
So I don't have to string a secondary USB cord across the table just to use the good microphone.
No, you get a completely unified environment instantly. And the video fidelity it pushes through that setup is massive. It supports 4K resolution at 60 Hertz with 4.4.4 chroma sampling and HDR formats like Dolby Vision.
Let me jump in there and push back a little, because pristine 4K is great, but what if your office is still stuck using older 1080p monitors? Doesn't forcing a 4K signal into a legacy screen usually cause, like, a digital panic attack?
Oh, absolutely. It's a very real problem.
And also, 4.4.4 chroma sampling sounds really impressive, but for you listening, that basically just means there's zero compression on the color data, right? So small text on a spreadsheet stays perfectly crisp instead of bleeding at the edges.
That raises an important point, and you're spot on about the chroma sampling. It's absolutely crucial for reading documents on a shared screen. As for the 1080p issue...
Yeah, what happens there?
Well, this is exactly what justifies that $850 price tag. I mean, this isn't some cheap pass-through dongle. It actually has an active internal scaling chip.
Oh, okay.
So it takes that uncompressed, cutting-edge 4K signal from your new laptop and actively translates it down in real time.
So the older 1080p display can actually read it perfectly without glitching.
Exactly.
So what does this all mean for the actual user experience? I mean, if the switcher is doing all this heavy lifting internally with scaling chips and multiplexing...
It basically makes the technology invisible to the presenter.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is the ultimate goal. Because it uses hot plug detection, it physically senses the electrical voltage change the millisecond a connection is made.
Wow.
You plug in your laptop, and the switcher immediately wakes up, fires a signal to automatically power on the television, and switches to your input.
Without you pressing a thing.
Right. No external remote controls or touch panels are required at all.
That's wild. So bringing it all together, your main takeaway here is that the Captivate switcher utilizes smart hardware scaling, automated power controls, and multiplexed data routing to turn a chaotic huddle room into a totally frictionless space.
You plug in one cable and everything else just happens.
It takes the IT headache completely out of the meeting.
Yeah, it really does.
Which leaves us with a final thought to mull over. If a single piece of hardware can already invisibly automate our power, scale our video, and route all our peripherals
Yeah.
the very second a cable is plugged in.
How soon until physical remotes, buttons, and manual control panels become entirely extinct in our workspaces? Maybe that daily wrestling match with the conference room table really is a thing of the past.